another week down. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to be doing my weekly wrap up here for I guess the first week going into February here. But I decided to kind of keep these going and just talking through everything that I'm going through, because this week I feel like it was a little bit slower with what I was getting through because I was largely focusing on one book for a good chunk of it, but made some good progress and also did some reading sprints over the weekend on Murphy's channel with Andrew and Tori, and so that was fun, which I'll link if you need a sprint video to go to. It was fun with the discussions with it as well, but so that helped me get through a nice chunk also. But let's talk about it. So I mentioned in the last one I was going to be starting Snakewood. So I did finish this. I was doing triple format because my library had the ebook and the audiobook. So I was able to do physically read during the day, ebook in bed at night, so I don't have to have the physical book, and then audiobook just whenever I had time for audio. And this I was a little bit mixed on. It has some interesting elements, and it's the way it's done is it's like accounts of these mercenaries, and there's some letters, some accounts that they've given, journals, things like that, and then we're finding out this story, and I think some parts of it worked and some didn't so much. So I was kind of in the middle on it, but I'll definitely be filming a review to talk in more detail kind of what I was thinking about it as well. I did very intentionally pick this book though, because it's a random book that was on my shelf, and it falls into that category of just kind of random books I don't know a lot about. The only thing I did know about it is that it's supposed to be, I think, pretty, dark, grimdarky kind of thing, which it was. And so that I felt like was perfect to do that, so that when I then moved on to Ascendant by Michael R. Miller, which is a Dragon Rider fantasy, and I figured it's going to be kind of lighter and everything. So I figured that'd be a good shift, just because I had read some kind of lighter, younger reading things in a row a while back, and I wanted to make sure I had a good break. So then, yeah, I ended up starting on Ascendant, and I am I'm not quite half, you can see, but probably like 40%, I think, because I'm a little over 200 pages in, and I think this has like 500 pages. So yeah, so right around 40% probably is where we are there, and it's not too bad so far. It is starting out light, and starting out with a lot of things you're familiar with. It's the kitchen boy who wants to be a dragon rider, and then some stuff happens, and then we have the blind dragon, which oddly enough, the thing this has been reminding me enough, because there's other series and bits and pieces that remind me, but right off the bat, the thing that I was reminded of the most, because of both the descriptions of food, which are really good and actually detailed, which I thought was interesting, and because of the fact that the dragon is blind, is I just couldn't help thinking of Butcher Baker Candlestick Taker by Patricia Meredith, because that's a historical mystery, but the food is very specifically described a lot in there, and also there is a blind character who uses like clicks to do kind of his own sort of echolocation, figure out where he's going, and the dragon ends up doing that a little bit in here, and so it's funny that made me think. But this has been really, really quick and easy to get through. I've I'm getting through super, super fast, but so I don't have any strong feelings here yet, but I'm hoping I'll need a little bit more that's kind of different. Right now it's just been kind of, feels a bit normal, what you'd expect from Dragon Rider kind of YA-ish fantasy, so we'll see. There's some things that are definitely interesting spins, or things that are a little bit different than normal with what's going on here. But yeah, once I finish that, I'll definitely talk more, or since I'm still reading it, probably in next week as well. Then, though, I decided to start, and I'm not super far into it at all, but after having a conversation on Friday with Tori about prose, which I will also link that, we were talking about a bunch of stuff, and I don't know specifically what brought to it, but we ended up talking about classics a little bit. She mentioned how much she loves Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and I'm pretty sure that I read this book when I was like a kid, and I have no memory of it at all. And so I have a bunch of these paper mill classics, including this one, which I do like these. They look really nice. So I have a bunch of these, and I haven't read most of them. I am not well read in the classic space. So I decided to start this, and I started this actually on the sprint, and I have to say, I already, just from the way that it's written, the writing style and the prose, already I'm so interested in this. This is definitely something I'll take my time and just read slowly and enjoy, and also makes a great contrast to Ascendant, which is much more straightforward. So I think that's, again, I've had a lot of contrasting books that I've been doing on purpose, and I think that's the nice thing about specifically with what I've been trying to do with kind of mixing it up with different things, where I'm reading different types of things, and I this was somewhat more intentional than normal, I guess I would say, but I've enjoyed kind of doing that and doing my contrasting books, and I have a lot of books too where I'm like, I want to start this one, and then also, I don't want to do anything too deep before this, that, the other thing. So we'll see, but I'll read really quick. I did this. I actually read this out on the sprint as well. But so this one particular, there's a lot of lines in just the bit amount, but this was from there's some letters before the chapters start, and this one still stands out to me. Even broken in spirit as he is, no one can feel more deeply than he does the beauties of nature. The starry sky, the sea, and every sight afforded by these wonderful regions seem still to have power of elevating his soul from earth. Such a man has a double existence. He may suffer misery and be overwhelmed by disappointments, yet when he has retired into himself, he will be like a celestial spirit that has a halo around him, within whose circle no grief or folly ventures. I'm just like, who writes like that? Apparently Mary Shelley, and I am enjoying it. So this is just, it's really, really beautifully written, and it's one of those classics that I have a bunch, and classics for me, for the record, into those categories count as the kind of the random one-off books that I need to try. That was one of my categories. I didn't specifically say classics because I'm not directly focusing on them, but I have a lot of them that are just single books, that you can read and that stand alone. I just haven't gotten to. So yeah, I'm interested to continue. Like I said, I'm still pretty early here, but I was having a really good time with this as well. So should have both of these finished off by the next update we talk, and I'm not sure what else specifically I'm actually going to pop in, because I've got a few things where Prince of Dogs is, I'll probably be starting that soon, I guess, on audio, now that I say I don't know, because that's book 2 of Chrono Stars we were doing the beta read for, and I'm planning to do audio for those for my reread, so I'll probably be starting that soon. And then, I've been focusing on books that can multi-format a little bit as well, too, so I can focus more. That one, though, I'll probably just stick with the audio and then do other things for physical and for ebook. But there was a sticker on the back of Frankenstein I was covertly pulling off. I realized as it was if you're wondering what the movements, but probably do that. And then I know I talked about last month reading Fairy Tale by Stephen King with some people, which I do have actually over here, because a bunch of us got this as a gift, and I've never gotten around to it, and I'm not much of a King fan, but this is the one I know that was super divisive amongst King fans, so I think it'll be really funny to see if I end up actually liking this, because his fans don't. I'm definitely not much of a fan, but yeah, so a lot of people I know were interested in this as well, so that's something that I'll probably be getting to here kind of soon. I don't know if it'll be this week or if it'll be a little bit later in the month, but yeah, those are the things I know. Otherwise, I'm just kind of picking up what the mood strikes me, and like I said, switching it up with some contrasting things. So I'm going to focus down on the 2 I have going right now, and then we'll see where we go from there. So that's really it, though, for this last week. Let me know your thoughts on any of the books that I talked about, as well as what you have reading as well, and let me know too if you like to do contrasting books like that, where if you're reading something that's really one way, then you switch it up with the next with the other, because I've kind of liked doing that, and I occasionally done that, but more so just like I'll read something as a palate cleanser, but actually actively picking contrasting books has been interesting. So let me know your thoughts on that as well. That's it for this one, though, so make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the link in the description, as always, for the Wizardly Enclave Discord. If you want to chat books, whether any of these books, other books, really anything at all, it's a lot of fun and we'd love to have you. And, of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.